Tell us how this draft process has gone for you, just kind of what you've been going through the past month.
Yeah, it's been a really busy couple months. Just been in Chicago training with a couple other draft prospects. So it's been really busy. We've been working out in the gym for about 3 hours a day, and then lifting in the afternoon, and then been traveling to different cities to work out and meet with teams. And we had the combine around graduation time too. So that's pretty much all it's been.
Doug, people say 9 to Charlotte, 10 to Philly. What do you hear? Do you hear the same stuff that we do, or what kind of inkling do you have going into Thursday?
Yeah, I hear pretty much the same stuff you guys are hearing. A lot of things can change on draft night with all the trading and free agents, and you never know, what can happen. So, I'm hoping to go somewhere in that range, but you really never know, and just hoping to find the right team, the right fit.
Which I was going to say, you kind of touched on that. Which matters more, maybe the placing or the fit? Are you looking at teams you'd be more comfortable with? Yeah,
the fit definitely more important. It just it doesn't really matter if you go to a team real early. If it's a team that you might not fit in with, it's probably not a good thing for you. So even if you happen to slide a little bit, it can be a good thing because it maybe means you're on a better spot that fits your game.
How much did the early workout, especially when they did the measurements, and then all the articles came out about who you can guard and where you fit, how much does that kind of stuff motivate you to prove them wrong?
I'm done. I don't have to prove people wrong. It's one of those deals where people are always gonna, try and pick something apart about you. And I look at myself as a basketball player. They're always gonna have those comparisons: who's gonna guard, who's gonna go up against. But I have a lot of confidence in myself where I can fit in right away.
Was San Antonio winning the finals the way they did with quote-unquote system basketball, kind of like a told you so moment for what you've been saying all these years?
Yeah.
How you can just fit into a spot?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they play the right way. They showed that, ball movement, how important that can be, even when you're going against some of the best athletes. So that can definitely, have a huge impact if you have a bunch of unselfish guys on the same team. You can see what happened with the Spurs.
You're kind of labeled as you're a shooter. Well, he's a great shooter. Doug McDermott's a good shooter. That's what he brings. What part of the game do you think you also bring, and do you almost cringe a little when people just write you off as, well, that's what he does, he shoots?
Yeah, I've done a lot of things. I feel like I can put it on the floor too. I feel like I can really move without the ball. I don't label myself as just a shooter. I just look at myself as a basketball player. I can do a lot of things. So I don't want to be known just as a shooter. I'll definitely shoot a lot of threes, I'm sure, but I also think I'll do some more things as well.
Doug, what cities did you go visit? What teams had you do personal workouts?
Yeah, I did the Lakers, the Celtics, Orlando, and Charlotte. Those are the 4 that I did.
And did you kind of get a feeling that they're really interested in you, or that they could draft you, or what?
Yeah, we got some good feedback. I went competitive, with a lot of other guys that are kind of in that range, and I felt like I held my own. So, they still might not take me, but there's definitely other teams, behind them that came and actually watched us work out in Chicago. So they have a pretty good feel for us too.
Doug, what's going through your head right now? I mean, is excitement, nervous? You've done whatever you could do to get in this position. What's it like? Being able to sleep, that type of thing?
Yeah, it's definitely a little stressful, but it's a good stress. You're real curious. You don't know where you're going to be in 4 days. So it's definitely. I just think a lot before bed. I don't know where I'm going to be, don't know where I'm going to end up. It could be on the West Coast, it could be on the East Coast. You just don't know. So I'm trying to just have fun with it. I'm just looking forward to getting out there.
You talked to Harrison or Corver at all? Just for their take on what this moment's like? Yeah,
I haven't really talked to him. Corver actually texted me the other day, just telling me that was like his favorite part of his NBA experience was getting drafted. Because you only get to go through it once. So that definitely stuck with me. But yeah, I've talked to Harrison about it too. He's only been in the league for 2 years, so he still has a ways to go too. So, but he was telling me how exciting it is once you get out there.
Of those 4 teams you worked out for, did you get an inkling that one of the workouts was better than the other 3, or did you sense any?
Yeah, I mean, certainly I have better days, with some places than I do others. But the feedback's all been the same because you can't really get a huge grasp on someone for like a 45 to an hour minute workout. They watch a lot of film. I watched film with the teams on certain stuff, and that was good. And did personal tests, just talked to them, had conversations. So all of them went really well. I feel like I'm in a good spot with all of them. But I haven't really had an indication on which team likes me the most.
What's your schedule like? You go out tomorrow?
Yeah, go out tomorrow.
And so take us through. You're going out to New York. Who are you bringing? Who's going to be sitting at the table with you? That type of thing.
Yeah, I'm just bringing. My family's coming. They give you like 5 spots, and my family's like 5 people. So my grandpa and just a couple of Creighton people are flying out on their own and sitting in the stands. So it'll be cool to have everyone out there, at the hotel, and go to dinner and do a couple different events with the NBA. They got us doing some NBA care stuff to try and get our mind off of all this where we're gonna go. So that should be fun.
Talk a little bit about the M&M thing you did in Chicago. We saw the video. You play horse with all the kids in the gym. What was that experience like? Yeah,
it was cool. It took like 4 hours to shoot that whole thing, that little video. So, it was really fun. I actually played pretty much against everyone. We didn't play horse. We played M&M. So they went pretty fast. But some of those shots took a couple of tries to get. But I will tell you, the blindfold one I actually got on my first try. So, so that's about the only one, though.
Is this the future? I mean, you're going to endorse some products, and are you ready for this kind of exposure?
I hope so. Yeah, definitely. That's a good starting block. I'd like to stay with the candy industry. That'd be cool. Hopefully, they can give me some free candy. But yeah, I definitely want to stick to doing that, and I feel like that's a good starting piece to go with.
Has it hit you yet, or will it hit you Thursday maybe that you will be an NBA player?
Yeah, it really hasn't hit me yet. I don't know when it will. I probably, when I walk across that stage, that's usually what everyone says. So, it'll be really cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be an exciting time, and just look forward to celebrating, with my family and friends.
You hear it's a deep draft, and yet you came back for a senior year and improved your stock. Is there? It appears. Is that some satisfaction in that a little bit?
Yeah, there really is. Last year I was probably labeled as more of a later, first round, early second pick, and now they got me in the first round. So I think I really did help myself. Just the Big East probably helped me a lot too, because we were seeing a lot more and against higher profile teams. So I feel like that definitely played a huge part in it.
What about the Embiid injury? Has that kind of changed what you think? You might go higher up now, or what do you think?
I don't think it really changes much for me because I still think there's no way he's falling out top 6. I don't think so. There could be a little shuffle between those guys up the top, but I don't think it really affects someone like me.
You expressed interest to playing in the NBA in the Bay Area. You still interested in that?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. I like vacationing there and stuff, and that'd be really cool. Obviously, to play with Harrison, that'd be really sweet to be on the same team as him again.
Most importantly, you got your draft suit picked out?
Yeah, that still hasn't came in, so I'm kind of worried. They said they'll have it to me hopefully in New York. They said they promised it, so I'm still a little stressed out about that
what's
too.
What's Plan B?
I have a suit, but it'll be there. I'm not worried about it.
Is it crazy like some of the other suits we've seen, or is it more reserved?
It's more reserved. I'm not really a loud kind of guy. Some of the guys that I'm with definitely went on the more flashy side, but I think I did a pretty good job. I think people like it.
Doug, can you talk a little bit about the Championship Center and what it's going to mean for recruits and players in the program?
It's huge. I hadn't seen the finished product till I got here on Thursday, and it's ridiculous. It blew my mind how nice it was, and recruits are really going to sit there, and I don't think there's a way they can say no to Creighton now with the players' lounge and the training facilities, the weight room, the courts. You really can't beat it.
So did you like the Doug McDermott Player Lounge?
I did. That shocked me too. I didn't know they were doing that. People were asking me how I got that, and I said I donated a lot of money already. So, but it's really nice. I think it was Howard Hawks, one of our boosters, donated a lot of money, and it could have been named after him, but he decided he wanted it named after me. So that definitely means a lot to me.
How much is walking across the stage? That's not part of the process you've always thought about, but the dream of playing basketball, shaking the hands with commissioner when you get chosen. How excited are you for that moment? I'm really excited. It'd just be really cool to go up there. Adam Silver's first draft, I think is pretty cool, and how big of an impact he's already had in his first year. So it's gonna be cool and a dream come true. Walking up there and shaking his hand.
When you went to the combine and they measured you out at 6'6" and change, there was a lot of gnashing of teeth, and people were saying, not as big as we thought he was. Did you catch any, I guess, kickback from that, or do you think that really mattered?
Not really, not at all, because I knew how tall I was. You know, I've gotten to 6'8" before with shoes on, so that's what we listed us at Creighton. And you know, a lot of guys, I was pretty happy with mine actually, because a lot of guys there were a lot shorter than they thought too. So I think we all measured out like an inch higher when we went to like the Lakers workout or something. So who knows? Who knows what happened there?
Just wore double pairs of socks.
Yeah, I should have.
In playing in front of the crowd you played in front of in college, how much do you think that is going to help you in the NBA, because you don't have to worry about the stage and you can just focus on the basketball part of it?
Yeah, it helped a lot, you know, staying 4 years and, you know, going through all the expectations each year. And I think that'll really help me because I've already gone through that, you know, dealing with the media, all that stuff. Some of these kids have only played for a year and they haven't maybe gone through as much, you know, adversity as I have being a 4-year guy. So I think from day one I'll be ready to help out a team.
Did you meet Michael Jordan?
I didn't.
You did not?
No.
Did he watch your workout?
I wish. He was actually in town, but I think they had some conflict with someone in the front office, got fired, so I don't think he wanted to, you know, be around the media. So.
Sure. But
I met his brother.
That's a possibility, though.
Yeah, I met his brother. His brother works in the front office. Their GM, their coach. So, you know, they still had a lot of important people in the gym for us.
Have you thought about what the first purchase is going to be when you get that first paycheck?
I have no idea yet. Singing some furniture for the new place. I think that'd be an upgrade.
You're too practical a guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of boring, but you know, definitely a car too. I think a newer car would be nice.
Build your own players' lounge named after Howard Hawks.
Yeah, that's true. I could do that.